Hello everyone. Today's devotional is called Kill 'Em All. I know, it's pretty rough sounding, isn't it? But I want to talk about perhaps one of the most brutal lines, one of the most brutal verses in the Bible. When I first came upon it, it stopped me right in my tracks, and my two other brothers who are in our court of three, we had to stop and take a hard look at it and try and understand it. And this is one of those things, if a new baby Christian, someone who's not mature in the faith would read this, they'd come to some awful conclusions. And this is why I want to give you some ammunition here in case a newbie comes by and asks you about this, because it's pretty disconcerting, okay? So I want to take you back to a comparison would say be the protest songs of the 60s. Buffalo Springfield did a song. Bob Dylan did some protest songs. We've certainly become hardened to violence and murder and sort of lost sensitivity to brutal acts of murder, certainly in war. And probably the most cogent line I heard for that was, I don't know if you happen to see Apocalypse Now, and Robert Duvall played a guy in charge of a bunch of troops. It was a helicopter attack group, and they went in, they just turned a village into an inferno. Men, women, children, non-combatants. And his copter lands, and he's got this guy with him that's a world-class surfer. And the reason he destroyed this village is because this village was right on the coastline where the best waves came. And that's the only reason he killed him. And he looks at the surfer and he says, "I just love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory." And of course, the surfer, he was ordered by Duvall to go out and show him his skills. And he's just appalled by all of this. And it's just one example of many. And today it's even gotten worse, where people are shooting people, they're murdering people just because they disagree with each other. There's no connection. It's just people being completely intolerant to each other to the point of death. So Psalm 137 was a protest song. Remember, these were songs. These were lyrics to songs that were put together. And unfortunately, we do not have any copies of any music from that time, so we really have no idea how these songs went. And certainly they probably sounded much better in their own tongue versus us translating these things into English. So some of it may be hard for us to accept the fact that these are songs. But Psalm 137 is basically a protest song. And there's actually a group out, I can't recall their name, but the name of the song is The Rivers of Babylon. And it's actually very well done. They dress pretty hinky in weird costumes and such. And the song is just sounds like a very poetic kind of thing. But interesting enough, they left off the last two verses of the psalm. And I'm going to read the last two verses to you. This is King James. "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that is rewardeth thee as thou hast served us." So basically, he's saying, you deserve to die. And verse 9 is way more graphic. And it says, "Happy shall he be that takes and dashes thy little ones, children, against the stone rocks." What? What does this mean? Well, these are there are Psalms, there are many verses in the Bible that talk about violence against God's enemies. And way back when Israel took over the Promised Land, they were instructed at certain points to wipe out every man, woman, and child, destroy everything they have, destroy all their books, everything else. And the first time I read that, I wasn't a believer, but I happened to read that in their journey to the Promised Land, and I threw my Bible across the room and thought, what kind of God is this that would say this kind of stuff? But the simple fact is, all of those people that God was asking that to happen to are all our enemies today, attacking Israel. It's Hamas, it's all of those warring groups in the Arab nations that probably will be major instigators, I'm guessing, and prompting World War III. And God wanted them wiped out because he knew the danger that they would pose for his people here on earth. And he asked that they kill them all. And they did not have the stomach for it, so they didn't do it. And here we are today with the impossible situations we have with Hamas and other groups of their ilk. So essentially, the author of this psalm was not intending to go out and kill babies and dash them against rocks. What he was asking for is particularly the Edomites and the Babylonians. They burnt Jerusalem down to the ground. They looted and pillaged and sacked everything they could. They raped the women. They killed many women and children also, and they enslaved the Jews for a long time. So this is an emotional song written by a person asking for death to their enemies for what they did, and they feel very justified in asking for this. And it's pretty much the argument they're stating is God originally told us to do this and we didn't do it, and these people deserve to be killed. They are enemies of God, and they are enemies of the Jews, his chosen people. So it's a protest song calling for the death of God's enemies. And that's really what it is. So if anybody asks, I'm not saying that the subject matter's palatable, but I didn't want you to understand what it's about and why it was written. So again, this is Psalm 138, verses 8 and 9. 9 is the one that says, happy is the person who smashes babies against the rocks by the sea. I know it's tough stuff, but you will be prepared to talk about what it actually means in the context of God and his desire to have the Israelites, his people, kill his enemies. And of course, they're causing all kinds of havoc today too. So that's all I got for you today, church. It's pretty heavy, but I wanted to get it out there. So God bless you all, and I hope you have a blessed day.